Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel and the All Star Wrestling Review series. This time for the September 2nd, 1978 edition. Loving these processes going through the 70s. Obviously, I didn't become a fan until '89, so anything that's before my fandom, I get to have a little fun with when I watch, especially if it's for the first time. And this kind of run into things is for the first time. We do end up seeing something we don't normally see, and that is the ladies of the promotion here, or of the traveling ladies, as it were. Women's champion Fabulous Moolah defeating Vicky Williams via count out 5:26 after Williams slams Moolah back into the ring just for the 10 count, and the women are on the apron. I don't know why the apron finish seems to be so popular here, but again, Fabulous Moolah, they said something like 20 some years as champion. I don't know if that actually was the case. I don't think it was. I don't know the history of the women's championship in the territory very well. Moolah, though, is black hair here, dyeing her hair very well, sequined robe, and Williams, the person that she had trained to take down into the head scissors, into the leg grapevine, and trying to get a submission. Rolled around by Williams. Williams gets into a submission hold of her own. Surfboard, and Moolah really does pull her back into submission and position. Moolah tries to send her opponent to the outside of the ring, cheats wherever she can get an advantage. Williams does pull her back in by her hair, and Moolah gets caught in the upside down nature, getting caught in the ring. I know a lot of people don't like Moolah from the standpoint of what it said she did to the ladies, and potentially expecting them to service the gentleman. But Moolah, for the time in the 70s and early 80s, was a woman who was bumping around. Respect given on the ability of her talents, maybe not her personality away from the ring. Anyway, that count out situation is there. Crazy Luke Graham with the Grand Wizard is out next for his contest of the day, and Luke Graham with the Grand Wizard defeating Jim Ray 7:35 after hitting him with a foreign object. Vince McMahon does interview Graham and the Wizard at ringside post this contest. Not necessarily sure that, in all seriousness, this is a match that needed to go 7 or so minutes. Ray gets actually laid across the top rope at a point, and Graham just punching down on him, kind of forearming and elbowing down on him, also choking him out over the bottom rope and managing to get every illegal advantage he can possibly get, not afraid to choke the man out, since the man in the buckle doesn't care about getting an advantage there either. Hammerlock attempted slam, trying to get every advantage he can possibly get, and Graham waits and uses the foreign object at the last possible minute. Also does a modified kind of reverse choke and back slam, and basically McMahon spends the majority of time questioning whether Luke Graham cheats. Of course, Graham says he did not, does not, would not, and Grand Wizard will guide the Golden Grams to the top. Is a sign that had been brought by the fans. Who knows if it was a planted sign, but it was a nicely designed sign nonetheless. So signs were here even in the 70s, and the Wizard kind of talking about the wonder of the Graham brothers and the changes therein. Then we see, we go to the next match, which happens to be running towards a Dominic DeNucci fighting Barry Mikel Cicluna, double disqualification, 7:23. Both men shoved the referee. DeNucci back and forth in various tag teams throughout his career, mainly a tag team wrestler, at least in the national ranks, as it were. But DeNucci, again, most known for training Shane Douglas and various other individuals, not limited to, Mick Foley most notably. But anyway, DiNucci tries to get his man kicked off. Side headlock. Cicluna and DiNucci probably had opened a bunch of shows or been parts of bunches of shows throughout the 70s. If you read results, Cicluna takes the man down armbar and then tries to choke him out various points. DiNucci, who is a good Italian babyface, does a lot of punch kick. Both men fight over the turnbuckle, neither guy getting a clear advantage there. But DiNucci does eventually manage to get a little bit of an advantage, sends his man back around and does the double chops, gets under the chin, under the skin, and again, both guys kind of have enough of the referee trying to break them up. The match gets to be too much. I actually like the double DQ, double countout type stuff once in a while. It shows that not every match is predictable finishes, and so kind of getting angry enough to cost oneself a match upon occasion makes some semblance of sense. Something that I think is an underused finish in current day stuff. Anyway, then we go to Ivan Koloff with Captain Lou Albano defeats Fred Mazzaro 138 with a knee drop off the top. Not quite sure why you'd have a guy like Koloff here in a match that goes just over a minute and a half. Obviously, Koloff punch kick, very basic stuff. Manages to get an armbar and then eventually takes the man down. Takes him down, takes him into a position of authority, and then eventually gets the top rope knee drop. Stan the Man Stasiak is in your, I don't know if it would be main event of this particular broadcast, but he's up next. Yes, Bob Backlund with Arnold Skaaland and Peter Maivia defeats Stan Stasiak and Tony Russo, sub 4 Butcher Bizarre 6:35. Backlund pins Russo with an atomic drop. So, a couple of things. Getting Maivia on the program, getting Stan Stasiak on the program, 2 former world champions in the ring with each other. Also getting Bob Backlund, who is your world champion, in there. And of course, he's been champion for a little over 6 months now. Maivia and Stasiak do some early test of strength type stuff. A shot where Stasiak punches his own partner is a pretty big thing here. Nice cinch up on a side headlock by Maivia. Maivia is in the ring for a good bit of the match with both guys, both Russo and the Stan the Man Stasiak. Eventually, Stasiak sends Maivia to the outside of the ring, and Backlund comes in and tries to help Snapmare take over, and then hits it over the top of the head. Tries to go for the chicken wing, doesn't get what he wants on that, and eventually Backlund hits Russo with the atomic drop and the victory for the team of Maivia and Backlund. I think at one point they go for the tag team championships pretty consistently. Well, that might be later in 78, early 79, or 80, but I know that Backlund does hold both the tag championships and the world championship simultaneously at one point during this elongated reign. Anyway, that will close us out for today. We'll be back with more right after this.